Here's something goofy I didn't think about till I stopped filming. If you push his head back right here, you can actually port Titan Masters into the little hole right there and sort of make him a Titan Master or a Head Master. This little head fits inside of that little hole right there. So, there you go. Chat with me and other cool collectors today in the Syndicate Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I am reviewing the first wave of the Dinobots that are available for Transformers Generations Power of the Primes. Here's Dinobot Deluxe Dinobot Slug, Legends Class Dinobot Slash, and Deluxe Dinobot Swoop. Here's the card I got with Slash. She is partnered up with Micronus Prime, so it makes her Micronus Slash, which gives her that ability right there. Here is Swoop, partnered up with Nexus Prime, making him Nexus Swoop powers. And Slug, partnered up with Quintus Prime. That makes him Quintus Slug. Yeah. Anywho, let's start off with the little lady. As you can see, they have like a shiny silver plastic. I mean, you might not be able to see it, I don't know. Of course, her shoulder pads are painted, so that is definitely silver, and right there, that's silver. But this isn't a completely flat gray. They all have a similar gray that completely matches. I don't believe she becomes some type of component of their combined mode. I don't believe. But there's nothing in the instructions for it either. Things I like about her, she has this articulation right there, plus a bicep swivel. They never do that on Legends class figures. She has this, nothing in the wrist, no waist joint. Hips go out to there, can kick all the way forward, and kick back until you get to the kibble right there. She has thigh swivel. It's due to the transformation, but it's still there. That's awesome. And 90-degree bend right there. And oh crap, I didn't even realize the foot do that. But there we go there. So, no weapons. That's the one thing I don't like that they're doing with Legends class now. They give them hands that can hold weapons, but don't give them weapons. The best I can come up with is to bring these up like that. so she can stab people like that. But anywho, now that I halfway have her transformed, let's go ahead and lift this up. Leave that like that. Now we need to rotate the legs around this way, peg them together, and bring these toes up. Now we need to bring this up, and these peg holes, the pegs right there in their little boob area, needs to go like that. Okay. Now we need to open this door and bring this down, closing this up right here. So now she is a little G1 styled Velociraptor. Only thing I don't like about this is this doesn't like close all the way. It doesn't peg into anything really. And of course these legs down there, but what you're gonna do, they've been using this transformation since Beast Wars, so I can see them retooling this or repainting it to be Dinobot from Beast Wars. One thing that all of these has is this G1 style transparent heads with the gold underneath. That is really cool, really retro. They did that right here. She has another feature in this mode where she has a seat for the Prime Masters or Titan Masters. I'm gonna see if one can fit in there. I haven't, but you can see the head articulation. Head can go like that. The jaw can open that wide right there, so that's decent. This moves together. The legs can still go out, still bend here, still swivel there, and you can do this, but it will break up the transformation. It's bad enough her hands are already hiding out back there. Instructions say you're supposed to put the legs like this with the arms out like that and shove it into the seat. So it can't sit any other type of way, but now somebody can ride in her for whatever that's worth. So there you go with that. Next up, Swoop. Swoop. I like his face sculpt. It is very cartoon accurate. But only problem is it has this black around it, which I guess is toy accurate. Then they went with the cartoon accurate chest, but then gave it a cartoon inaccurate crotch that's black instead of blue. It looks like they painted the front, but not the back. Here's what he looks like on the back. One unfortunate thing about him is this hollowness down there. If he didn't have to become a leg, there would be no reason to have that hollowness. It's hollow because the legs need to shift into there, and I guess they didn't want to put a separate panel in there. Ugh. One of the things that made me not like him out of the package, he and Slug feel a little bit cheaper than the other two in the weave. Like, their plastic feels a little bit more thin, and his body is already more thin than any of the other Deluxes, period. Like, he's really skinny, which is cartoon accurate, but the plastic feels thin on top of that. And the joints are tight, and tight joints with thin feeling plastic doesn't really match. It makes it feel like it's fighting you to pose. But he does have this little ratchet system right there to keep his hand into place, unlike some figures. Let's just go straight into the articulation. Head is on the ball joint. You don't get much up and down. That's all you get, and of course it rotates. Arms on the ball joint, shoulder. So they do all the stuff a ball joint should do. Swivel. 90-degree bend there. If you detach his beak, he gets a waist joint. But it does peg in right there. Universal, well, ball joint, sorry. Goes out like that and goes all the way back. Swivel there. And more than 90-degree bend in the knee, and the toe goes down. So that's awesome for flight poses, and just like most of your other generations figure, peg hole in the butt or stand. The wings can do this. They can go all the way up if you like. They can bend forward or back, and these can go down. So however you want that, it can be like that. Sword is transparent plastic, painted completely red. So there you go. That the color scheme, it is growing on me, but I didn't like it. I think that's what's been throwing me off. And let's go to transformation. Put this in like that, put this in like this, lift this beak up, and basically move the head up like that. Rotate the arm like this, and peg this peg into the side of his waist, bending it, the arms in like that. So now we need to move the feet up like this. Go ahead and peg these two into here. And another problem, like I said, it's like thin, and these legs are thin. These connections, it connects in the front and the back. It feels a little bit flimsy. Now we need to peg these into here, up here. Come on. So actually, the wings don't need to be straight. They need to be half bent like that, so that this will line up. And this, honestly, oh yeah, now we bring the feet down like this, and they depeg, and here he is in his little pterodactyl mode. One thing I have a problem with, this does not attach to the face at all. Any type of ratchet system does not keep that into good place. I do like the gold transparency again with this figure. And this mouth on mine is rather friggin' loose. When I squeeze this, it tends to stay shut, but that was loose on me. So because this is pegged in, you lose the mobility to move this up and down, but the wings can do all this. So he can get into a pose with that down there. This hinge can come down if you like. So there's all types of possibilities. And the feet can go back like that if you want. Weapon storage. He does have 2 holes right there, so the gun, the sword, can fit there. But you can also put the sword here, which hinders any type of mouth movement that he had. Disappointments. He has these 2 little peg holes. You would think they would have given him his little bombs that he used to have, or missiles that he used to have on his original self. Or maybe they could have fit him right here. That does disappoint me. I know the Takara version may have those little bombs. The Takara version is always better painted and usually has better accessories, which is frustrating. I mean, they do cost more, but they are an import toy, and import toys always cost more. So there you go with him. I said there you go with him, but I completely lied. I completely forgot about their little Prime Master weapons. Just like Jazz, these can come out, be a little handgun, and a Prime Master or a Titan Master can sit in there. Yeah. Okay. Now this can fit on his back in birdie mode, and there you go right there. So you can have a little Titan Master or Prime Master sitting in here, piloting that, and the legs have to be broken again. So there you are with that. I'll come back to the robot mode and show the weapon on him. Now where Swoop grew on me, Slug I don't like too much. Like in person, like I said, this silver plastic is silver. It's not just flat gray. So it doesn't look too terrible, but he still looks bland and unpainted. There is paint on him. You might see more of it in dinosaur mode. He has this tampo detail right there, which is kind of G1, which is cool. They painted the gold right there. They painted gold in there, which is cool. Like, I consider that like a rim. They painted the rims on him, but not on Jazz. They even painted that silver, and it looks like they painted his legs. I can't really tell. The legs are like a gunmetal. It's almost like it does have some type of finish on it. Things I don't like about him is his size. It's just so weird seeing Slag just so small, and then he has these cheap looking Legends class like arms. Like her shoulders don't even look like that. Look at this. This is like robots in disguise type quality right there. So I don't know. He does have a soft ratchet right here in the elbow. To get the head to move, you have to push right there to make him look that way, or push that way to make him look that way, and it pretty much stops there. It doesn't go all the way around. Ball joints here, stops right there. Kick forward, kick back, swivel, knee bends. And another problem I have, these weird feet. They do not lend for posability. It's like, typically if I have a figure with feet this big, I could put them like that, put a leg back, and they would stand up. But these feet are at like a weird angle. They do have a whole separate heel spur in there that doesn't really help too much beyond standing straight. So he kind of leans backwards, because it's like, in person you'll be able to see it better. It's sort of like the foot curves up in the back, which is unfortunate. And the way the knees look, it kind of always looks like he's not standing up straight anyway. So he's my least favorite of this wave right here. And let's do a size comparison between him and my generation's Grimlock. Typically all the Dinobots were like the same size, so it's weird seeing him so short. You can use this as like a little shield or whatever. Fold that in. Or maybe like a big fist to punch people. And of course, He can put this in the hand as a little gun, and he has his regular gun, which is G1 toy accurate and Fans Toys accurate, as they've been the main people. No, there's been a ton of freaking Slag, third-party Slag, so I can't just single out Fans Toys. Fitting this to his chest is pretty straightforward. You just pack that in there, and then you can optionally fold those over. So there you go. You might have seen one of his videos, Soundjack. He got to these reviews like really quick. He informed me at the little get-together we had, the Realm of Collectors get-together we had in Columbia, Maryland, for toy collectors. He let me know that you do this, because I didn't even know you could connect this to him. The instructions don't show this at all, like at all. Jazz, they show it, they don't show you how to put it on, but him, they don't show it at all. They just show him using it as a shield in his hand. And of course, you know, you can plug it in here on the side as a shield or some type of bashing weapon as you see fit. Transformation for Slug is super G1. Just rotate these hands back and they are really tight. I do appreciate that. Tight joints are good and welcome. You might as well just bend that back like that. Flip this mouth up. Come around to the back. Go ahead and lift this up. Move this foot down. Move the foot down. Flip this up and out of the way. Now you could just push this up in there. When you go back to make him a robot, here's something to show off. This makes that move, so that's cool. But I'm not gonna rotate it again because it's gonna get in the way of the transformation. Plug this together and go ahead and rotate this up, and it is very difficult to keep this plugged together while you're tabbing that. Just make sure the legs come down. Oh geez, stay together. Now lift this tail up, swing it, close it together. So it's cool. He has the transparentness right there in the tail. He has it right there, and he does have it in his little Dinobot head, which is cool. These are adjustable, so you can put them however you want, and you can rotate them back, but it's kind of getting tough, so I'm not gonna rotate it all the way. I think I saw Pia rotate it all the way back. I'm not sure, so it is possible, but I'm not gonna do it. Articulation this guy has, the legs swivel that way, and I almost don't even consider this. That's just transformation joint. I mean, I guess it does stop there a little bit, but it's so loose, and the way it breaks up, I feel like it's not really supposed to do that. And these still do all this and come forward and whatnot, but with the hind legs being fully extended, it's kind of hard to get them standing up. Well, no, you can't. Never mind. The mouth can open, but since it's more of a transformation joint, it wants to stop right there, which might look weird to you, but you can get it up. It's a middle point, but it's difficult to get to. In the head, I didn't know this until Soundjack mentioned it too, but that separates mostly for the limb mode, but you can detach that and give you a little tiny taste of motion, so it don't have to be stuck to his body. But keep in mind that it is half transformed. And while we're there, and I'm gonna have to do this to Swoop, basically bring this up to here, bring this up to there, and they peg in right there. Okay, now we can bring this back like that and leave it like this. The foreleg rotates backwards, bent 90 degrees, and then it pegs there. Do that on both sides. Okay, now we can move this out of the way He has that port right there. Lift this up, and now he is a leg. One cool thing, they never used to mold anything onto the combiner joints on Combiner Wars, but they have started taking liberties of making more molding choices on these joints. So there you go with that. Or you could separate this, half transform it. Let's get the legs out the way. Sorry, move this out the way. Legs out the way. Move this out the way. Bring this down, and now he has a whole other port down here. And you could move these. This is not liking to stay tabbed. Like I said, these feel flimsier than the other two in the wave. We could put this back where that was. And now he is an arm. You take one of these, just like with Jazz. I said push this up, put one thumb like that, the other thumb down. You might want to get the fingers out first. Put the other thumb down. Put that there. Let's flip him around. Now he's an arm. He bends about this much, which is way more than 90 degrees. And it's a cool arm. Since I still got this guy in robot mode, what you want to do is connect the legs again. Leave this like it is. Put the hands in. Put this little peg into a hole in his waist. Like this. Come on. Then we can bring this down and around. And what these are here for, besides not having a missile right there, is a peg right here. They peg into that. So bring this down. It pegs into that. Now we can lift this up and down like that, and you can access his combiner port. And he can also be an arm. So here you are. These don't stay tabbed together like I would like, so you might have to move these out the way for the bend. So that is frustrating, to be honest. To get into leg mode, leave all this stuff the same, but now we need to Combiner Wars it up like this, rearranging that. Get this face out of the way. Bring that down. Peg all of this together. Now bring that down like that. Bring this up like this. And now he is a leg. So, yeah. This doesn't lock into place, so that bends. So I can see Swoop is just going to be a mess in combine mode. This is, I don't even have all the pieces yet, but this is Minosaur all over again, and it's going to be frustrating when I get all the figures. I don't think I showed Slash's face up close. Her head is hollow in the back, but they did put a little line back there. I wish it was on a ball joint. It doesn't go up and down. But end of the day, these are cool kids' toys. So if you're buying them for a little kid, like around 8 years old and older, I mean between 8 and friggin' 12, they'll be satisfied with these. Like they'll be more satisfied if they've at least seen the G1 cartoon and know who the Dinobots are. But as far as adult collectors, you're gonna be frustrated. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like she's alright. She just needs a weapon or something. These two, Swoop is alright, but Slag, I honestly say wait till they make the oversized KOs. Sorry, Hasbro. you know they're gonna do it. Some company is gonna make an oversized KO for these two right here and the rest of the Dinobots, and they're gonna be the proper height. They're gonna be Voyager class or above, and Grimlock is gonna be basically probably a leader class, and they're gonna be better, and they might make improvements to the joints, or they might not, but either way they'll be bigger. I don't see any older collectors being satisfied with this because it's barely painted and it's little, and that drives me up the wall saying Slag so small. But other than that, they are still decent toys. I like Swoop the best, her second, and Slag the least out of this whole entire wave. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.